I'm Sheri Traxler with ViREO Life, and we've got an interesting topic today, intuitive eating. What's that? It's the antithesis to dieting. Your body was designed to tell you what to eat, when to eat, and how much to eat. You were born with that innate knowledge. Intuitive eating is listening to that knowledge. But we stop listening, either through dieting or multitasking or listening to external food rules instead of those internal cues. Most of us, even as children, multitask, eating in front of the TV. That disconnects us from the eating experience. The term intuitive eating was coined by the authors of the book Intuitive Eating, Evelyn Tribole and Elise Reich. The principles I'll be talking about today are based on that book. A little personal history. I grew up in a very loving, wonderful family that enjoyed being active. And like a lot of families, we also dieted. It was considered normal to count calories, count fat grams, even go on liquid diets sometimes. At the age of 9, I bought this, my first diet magazine, and I went on my first diet. Not because I was at an unhealthy weight, it was just what we did. By junior high, I had started showing signs of anorexia, and my parents, rightly so, were concerned, so we began to get help. I continued dieting, though reasonable dieting, and by high school my metabolism was so shot I was putting on weight no matter what I did. So I kept counting calories, restricting food, and that caused the normal physical and emotional backlash that anyone who's dieted has experienced. For example, I was craving donuts, and I thought it was because I had no willpower, because I had no self-control. Now I realize it was actually because I was going hungry. Of course I was craving fat and sugar. Now, after ditching the diet mentality and becoming an intuitive eater, I discovered I don't even like donuts. Talk about freedom. I enjoy this so much, and I believe in this principle so much that I decided to become an intuitive eating counselor so that I could help my clients nourish themselves the way that their bodies were designed. But it's not just dieters who benefit from intuitive eating. If you are multitasking when you eat, if you are making yourself go hungry at intervals for other reasons, or if you're emotionally eating, consider intuitive eating as a way to live. What are the benefits of intuitive eating, other than not craving donuts? Well, research is beginning to show that intuitive eaters have better body mass index, which means they weigh less. They have better nutrient intake, they feel better, they have a stable metabolism, and they don't yo-yo diet. They don't have weight cycling going up and down, which has been shown to increase risk for heart disease. There's mental and emotional benefits as well. Some of those include, of course, that their mind is able to better focus on what they're doing during the day because they're not focused on dieting. They're not numbing their emotions with food, so they're processing the things that happen during the day and in their life. The relational benefits are the ones I found really interesting. One, obviously, is when you're at a party, you've got something to talk about, something other than what the latest diet is. But also, intuitive eaters have been found to not worry as much about what people think of what they weigh or think of what they're eating. And intuitive eaters are better with boundaries. Let me explain. That one was really interesting to me. When someone tells you what to eat, or when a diet tells you what to eat, they're crossing a boundary. It's your responsibility to know and to tell yourself what to eat. That's within your realm of boundary. That means two things. One, you can't blame anybody else for what you eat, but it also means that when someone else or when a diet is crossing that boundary and you choose to listen to the internal cues instead, you're strengthening your ability to live within boundaries. Those are some of the benefits, and if you're intrigued by that and want to begin trying some intuitive eating, let's go over the 4 letters that form the basis for intuitive eating. H, W, S, S. The H is for hunger. Eating when you're physically hungry, not making yourself go hungry, but also not allowing yourself to eat when you're not hungry for emotional reasons or other things that we know food doesn't solve anyway. The W Eating what you really want. What is it your body wants? Is it wanting a balanced meal, a little more carbohydrate, a little more protein? Is it wanting play food? Are you in the mood for something playful? Because that's included with intuitive eating. Anything that we tell ourselves we can't have, that we deprive ourselves of, begins to have this emotional charge around it. The first S is eating slow and savoring your food. Setting the atmosphere for your meal, even if it just means clearing your desk before you eat. It means enjoying the texture, the temperature, the taste of the food. And eating slowly enough that you notice the second S, which is stopping when you're satisfied. When you know that you can eat any time that you're physically hungry, it's easier to stop because you know, oh, the next time I'm physically hungry, I can eat again. Those are just the basics of intuitive eating. Those are some of the benefits of intuitive eating. If you want to find out more, I encourage you to read the book Intuitive Eating, go to the Intuitive Eating website, intuitiveeating.com, to find a counselor to work with, or you can also check out my video, Nourish Your Life, where we go in more in depth on this, and you can find that at thevireolife.com. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe so that you can find out what our new videos are each week, and until next time, find your path, fulfill your potential.